Week 12, guys. There are a few of you expressing me your concern about your financial well-being, and I completely, absolutely understand what you're talking about, and I do not take this lightly. It's actually turning my stomach right now to hear the people I'm trying to help are in fear of losing everything. And I can tell you with 100% confidence that I will not be going anywhere. I need to be careful about what I say. My money is not going anywhere. What I want to express, I'm going to have a conversation with myself right now. So if I was concerned and about to exit the AG trade because I think, wow, this has gone on way too long and I've got limits on my time and I don't see anything happening, what do you think the market tries to do to all of us? That's its job, is to fuck with our heads, make us think one thing, and then the damn thing is going to reverse and would have made you rich if you would have stayed in it. I am truly sick to my stomach to hear that the people I want to help are thinking about exiting, and I am very serious about that. It makes me want to throw up. I have another sign that AG is about to exit into a huge about to enter into a huge rally like it's done in the past. I have 3 other times in AG's history since 2010 to where that thing has gone up over 100%, and there was one indication each time that if we would have followed it, if we would have paid attention to it, if we would have listened, if we would have stayed, we would have made a huge amount of money. And it is happening now. It happened in March, and this is something that's going to continue. The stochastics are embedded in the overbought area. What that means is that there is nothing but buyers. And if we think about this logically, where would you want to step into a stock? Would you want to step into a stock when there's a sale price on it? Or do you want to catch it at its highs and then just hope that it just keeps going up further and further, which I think a lot of you have done with Bitcoin. And what we're finding out is that that was a huge mistake. Nothing to be concerned about. I'm not trying to insult anyone. But there are things that we need to learn because I've learned them the hard way. I've lost an embarrassing amount of money in the past decade trying to learn this. And as God is my witness, I swear to every single one of you, when I noticed all these signs in September of 2016, my intentions were to help every single person I possibly could. The amount of money I spent learning this, the amount of time, it was obsessive. I took vacation days from years to sit home and watch the market and try and learn this, because in the end I knew that it would pay off for me. It could be huge if I knew some secrets, some inside information. If I could pass these on to my immediate family, my extended family, my friends, I could help a lot of people, make them happy. My intentions were true. Maybe success was there for all of us. And with this new sign, which I'm about to show you shortly, guys, I'm not taking the fall for anything. I am telling every single one of you to stay where you are. I'll take responsibility later on, but I'm not saying sell. I will not tell anyone to sell. I am staying exactly where I am with my money because I believe in the near future it's going to pay off. And I've spent 10 years learning this. I wish there was another way I could communicate this to stay. And I know it's so difficult. Let's dive into oil. I want to get oil out of the way. We feared oil in the past, and I know some of you exited it, and then you had to get back in because you seen it starting to rally. I have 0 question marks in anything I am telling you. Stay. First, here's the volume. One of the tricks the market tries to play on you is to not give you much on Friday. Let you sit through a long weekend, let you think about everything, try and scare you. But here we have the volume for DO and AG on Friday, which leads me to believe that next week is going to bring in more buyers. They both exceeded the daily average, the average volume, which is great for anyone who's a bull, wants those prices to go higher. AG opened up, just went sideways all day, left a gap underneath us from the previous day. So on Monday, it'd be good for you just to expect a little pullback to fill that gap, maybe scare a few people out of the trade, and then I would expect it to reverse and go straight up again. And I have a lot more proof on why I think AG has begun the rally here in March, like I've been calling. The monthly candlestick in AG is now higher than February's. That little pullback on Monday makes sense to me, just to find support and then take back off. And we were concerned about the volume in DO for a long time. I have zero question marks in anything that I'm saying, and I know oil's flat out in a rally. It's about to break to new highs. Let's take a look at DO first, then we'll take a look at the crude oil. DO's monthly chart, you could see on that last candlestick, we dipped below it, the pivot point. Now in March, DO is trading above the pivot point. Went up there, came close to the 20 EMA, and buyers are still in there. The stochastics have pulled back slightly. Doesn't mean they're going back down. They could continue to go back up, which is what I believe. Here's the most important chart, the monthly chart on DO, and we are above the pivot point. Let's take a look at the weekly. DO's weekly chart in the oversold area, and I guess just by coincidence, bouncing off the pivot point, trading above the pivot point. DO is strong on the long-term outlook charts. Weekly, oversold and above the pivot point, just broke through the 20 EMA and the 50, which means the next target is up by the 200-day moving average at 25.59. Don't believe me? Keep watching. There are no question marks in anything I'm telling myself. DO daily chart, I was just telling you guys last week, don't be fooled by last month's drop. Here we are on the daily chart, not in the overbought area, still more room for buyers. And I see in the past those stochastics being embedded in the overbought area, almost as if there are a lot of buyers, because that's exactly what it means. It means there's a shitload of buyers. They're buying it. We got a higher low in the oversold area. There are no question marks. I'm talking to myself. I got a conversation with Joe. Joe, you stay in the fucking thing. It's trading above the pivot point. It is strong. It just broke above the 200-day moving average. It's not in the overbought area. There's more room for more buyers. Those pivot points are extending up higher, leaving more room. Joe, stay in it. It's coming. It's coming, baby. It's coming. DO is strong. Stay. Oil futures since 2015 daily chart. Remember when we were on that lower blue support trend line? And then I had to stick that black support trend line in there? Guys, oil's in a flat out fucking rally. This is the one we were scared about. This is the one people were telling me, I'm getting out. I just don't believe in this shit. And then they had to get back in. You didn't like it. I didn't like it in the past. I've learned my lesson. I've got 10 years of education. There are no freaking question marks in what I'm telling myself. I am not going anywhere. I see that 86, 97 red resistance line up above us. I got a damn good feeling. I think I'm going to see the oil futures going up and tagging that line. Why not? Found support on the Fibonacci retracement lines, making new highs since 2015. Why wouldn't I believe it? Buying brings in more buying. It's a fucking rally. Okay, AG's chart since 2008. We're going to learn something new here. Embedded stochastics in the overbought area. You can even take a look at the oversold areas if you want. But what I see is bullish. What I see is great. What I see is another sign letting me know that there's more proof of buyers stepping in here. Let's take a look at towards the end of 2010. And what we have are embedded stochastics in the overbought area. And you can take a look from those arrows that I have placed in on the chart. We went from $5 to $25. One hell of a fucking rally. And the most important thing to take out of that is from 2010 to 2011, there were nothing but buyers. That's what embedded stochastics in the overbought area means. You can take that as a fact. There it is, in your face, grace. It's a fact to me. I'm sticking with it. It's freaking incredible. Look at that. It's huge. Let's move on to 2012. From the middle of 2012 to 2013, we had embedded stochastics again. Not as big as the last one. I think it went from 15 to 20, 25, somewhere around there. But more proof of the meaning of embedded stochastics in the overbought area. Now we've talked about the last rally in 2016. And let's take a look at that. Come from the oversold area, we got this huge rally. But more importantly, look at the stochastics embedded in the overbought area. And what does that mean? Buying. They are doing nothing but buying. But Joe, I'm looking at 2018. It's not embedded. I understand. It's okay. We'll get to the point here soon on the daily chart, because we do have embedded stochastics on the daily chart. And for a month now, I've been telling you I expected the rally to begin in March. And I'm going to show you that it's begun. So take a good look at this. This is what embedded stochastics in the overbought means. It means a fucking rally. It means we've got good things ahead of us. To exit right now would be blasphemy. You already got it at the sale price. You are in at the low. Even when we look at the beginning of 2017, you put that in perspective of what happens in the past. If your numbers in the beginning of 2017, your purchase price, it don't mean squat, man. It really don't. Not in the big picture. So take a good look. Let's go take a look at AG now, monthly, weekly, and daily chart. AG's monthly chart. It looks like a pennant pattern to me, and we have been reading over the past couple weeks of how reliable, how the professionals use these patterns to make a large amount of money. I'm sticking to this. This is a bullish pattern. If you look along the support trend line on the bottom, all of the oversold areas keep tagging that. In the resistance areas, number 4 and number 2, those are the overbought areas. So what usually happens after the 6 hit, I start looking for a breakout along the top. I'm looking for this bullish pattern to break out along the top and then continue up. I'm not going to go much further than that right now. I think the upper trend line's far enough away for us just to concentrate there. But there's something huge that I see in the long term that's going to make you want to stay in this. It's hard for me to communicate that right now, but I can tell you this, I don't feel as if there's a better place for me to have my money right now. And let the journalists keep putting out these stories about the tariffs, and they keep forgetting how to tell you we haven't done anything in a couple decades, but all of a sudden he wants to raise it a little bit, the metals right now, taxes, and all of a sudden the world's breaking loose. Well, let all that bring the blue-collar people into silver and gold. Let them worry. This looks great. Oversold on a support trend line. My rules since the very beginning have been we purchase a stock on the lower support trend line while it's oversold. And here we have the monthly chart, the most important chart there is, the long-term outlook. I couldn't ask for anything more. This is great. AG's weekly chart, just a repeat of the monthly. Just wanted to show you oversold areas on the support trend line, overbought areas along the resistance trend line at the top, which is above $15, and that'll be hit number 6 along the top. Is there going to be a breakout? How the hell should I know? But I expect it around hit number 6. I know where I'm staying. Every time the US dollar fell in its short-term history, silver went on a straight-up rally. I'm expecting it again. I do not believe it's simply a coincidence. I got 45 years of proof in those charts I was showing you before. The amount the US dollar has fallen in 2010 and 2016 was not that big, although silver rallied 500, 300% here in this chart. When we take a look at the US dollar, I'm expecting a huge fall with waterfall selling very shortly. And you're going to be happy to see what I'm going to show you. I'm expecting a breakout of hit number 6 due to what I see in the US dollar. This looks great on support, waiting for the rally, which I believe it's happening here in March. Let's take a look at the daily. AG's daily chart, we're trading above the pivot point. For the past couple weeks, I was telling you guys that I see a bullish pattern. The 20-50 EMA squeeze. And you can see on Thursday, Friday of last week, we popped out the top of it. The price gets squeezed as far as it's going to. The bulls and the bears, they make their decisions, and the bulls won. That's exactly what I expected. That's what I see near those blue arrows. And more importantly, we just talked about embedded stochastics and what that means. It means the professional buyers are doing nothing but buying AG. If you're told, and if you have this proof that they are buying a stock that you're in, why the hell would you want to get out of it? It's increased over the daily average. Something's happened. I don't give a shit what the reason is. They're buying it. Buyers are on this. Stochastics wouldn't even come out of the overbought area because there are no sellers anymore. There aren't. The stochastics are just staying right back up there. You could see a couple weeks ago it entered the overbought area, came back down, hit that 80 area, and now stochastics have turned back up again. Why? Because there are nothing but buyers. They're buying and they're buying and the buying brings more buying and they're buying and they're buying. Don't get out! Don't drive me crazy! What happens in a rally? You get higher highs. Let's look at the last overbought area. I see it's about right underneath the $8 range. Oh, but you're crazy, Joe. I can never reach that. We're at $6.36. You're telling me it's going to $8? It has in the past. Look at December. Look at that green huge candlestick. Why'd that happen that day? Ask the professionals. Guys, do not make the mistakes I have made in the past. There is a huge reason I've taken 15 months out of my life to make these videos. There are no fucking question marks in my thoughts. There's a big, huge reason I'm doing this. It could lead to a lot of good stuff for me and you. This is good. God told me this is good. I am positive I'm doing the right thing right now with the amount of evidence, proof that I have. I will succeed. I will make it through this. And I want to be perfectly fucking clear to every single person out there that I care about. And I want to also succeed. Do not get out of this right now. It is not the right time to do that. You will regret that decision. Please. I want to throw up with the amount of work. Just don't. Please don't. I mean, it truly means a lot to me. Please, please, please don't. Okay, US dollar. Let's first take a look at the daily chart. I just want you guys to see that upper resistance black trend line that we've been dealing with. Every time the US dollar goes up and hits it, the sellers come back in and take the value down further. Let's move over to the monthly chart. And since we've already talked about embedded stochastics in the overbought territory, let's now talk about embedded stochastics in the oversold area. You can see from 2002 to 2005, stochastics were staying down there in the oversold area, and what happened? Value of the US dollar dropped like a rock. Then we have the same thing from middle 2006 to 2008. Value of the US dollar dropped. I've got good news for you. Right now we're about to break through the 200-day moving average, the support on the monthly chart, the most important chart. We're about to lose support on that, and you can see that black trend line from the daily chart. And sellers are stepping in. And why do I think they're stepping in? I have my stochastics word covering up the stochastics there, but they are embedded in the oversold area, which means there are nothing but fucking sellers in the US dollar since I called it in 2016. It's called a trend. I didn't tell you it was going to happen the next day, the next week, the next month, but the trend is down. There's proof right in front of your face, Grace. Accept it. It's what the professionals do. Why do you think they keep selling the damn thing? Now let's think of a target. If the stochastics are embedded in the oversold area and they're just selling and selling and selling, where are they going to sell it to? Because I'll bet, since us bulls, we've got a target price when we purchase, then we got a target price when we sell. I wonder if the sellers have target prices when they purchase and target prices when they sell. I wonder if that green support trend line going across there underneath $80 might be a good target for them. My relative strength index is below 40 and dropping. I see the MACD indicators below the divergence line now, and they're just selling. Do you think there's a possibility, if you don't know a damn thing, do you think there's a possibility that green support trend line underneath $80 might be a target for the sellers to finally take their profits? Think about that. Don't do a damn thing till next week. Please. Just don't. It'll pay off. I may have a question mark here in the chart. There are no fuck question marks in my head. I know where this bitch is going. It's making me sick to hear people get scared. I understand. I don't like it. We're headed for good things. You just got to let it happen. And that's where I've made my mistakes in the past, being too impatient. Think I know more than what I do. You're going to realize it's not up to us. There's a whole lot of information coming into this shit, including patterns. Patterns that'll give you clues as to what the future might hold. I don't doubt where this bitch is headed to. Please stay where you are. You will regret getting out of this. Okay, guys. One last thing I want to tell you guys. I want to look you straight in the eye. And I am letting you know with 100% confidence, 0 question marks. Everything I have done over the past 15 months have been done for the right reasons. Everything I noticed at the end of 2016 came together like a gold mine. I noticed the possibilities, I've learned the patterns, and I understand that you've had your money in a spot for a long time, and you don't understand everything that's going on. But if you look at the US dollar's trend, silver's support areas with higher lows, oil's higher highs now, breaking over resistance and finding support on those resistance areas. What was resistance now becomes support. I just want you guys to know I'm not going anywhere because I believe anyone who exits the AG trade right now, I truly believe you're going to be making a huge mistake. It's trained me in the past when I was first learning to get out, and it scared me, and I've lost a lot of money along the way. But there's some old adages where what was resistance now becomes support. The market's 6 months ahead of you. You never know what it's going to do. I believe those adages, they're right. They are 6 months ahead. Because there are patterns in there that tell those traders what's going to happen in the next 6 months. Think about all the things you've heard along the way and how you've never been able to really put them all together. And think about what I'm trying to show you here and how AG has come off the lows. And you may be concerned, I understand. This isn't easy. But things can turn around real quick, especially when the buyers are stepping in. And we already looked at the volume. In your face grace, I'm 100% sure the buyers are there. They came in on Friday. Kind of let you have a long weekend. Listen, stay where you are. Do not exit. You will regret it. And I don't want you doing it. I don't want to be the one who's at fault. And that's why I am being perfectly clear. Do not exit these trades. There's more to come. They're headed up. I don't care about your purchase price. It doesn't mean anything in the big picture. It really doesn't. I understand you might be concerned about it. I'm not concerned about mine, even though it may be lower. I understand. But your purchase price is going to come and go like it wasn't even standing there. We're coming off that lower support trend line, and I think with everything I've showed you over the past 15 months, this is where the professional buyers step in. Let them do their job. Let us benefit off it. I'm staying. Please, please, please do not make the mistakes I've made in the past. This is very important to me. Very important. This is going to be monumental. Let's talk next week and see how you feel. Please.